Well, when it comes to women's health, one of the last taboo topics is menopause. Few people talk about the symptoms or the available treatments, but on social media in Hollywood, that seems to be changing, and maybe because of our next guest. Actress Naomi Watts was among the first to speak openly about menopause. She's even created a beauty company, Stripes, for women of that certain age, and now she's out with a new book. It's called Dare I Say It? Everything I Wish I'd Known About Menopause. Naomi, good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for having me.
This is like your girlfriend's book. Like you wish you knew all this stuff, and it's written that way, and it's funny and it's light, but it's really important information.
I wanted to get many things across. I wanted to get the important information, so I spoke to all these expert doctors for that, and they share their advice. And I wanted to have my story infused with humor and despair and pain, as well as other women as well, some friends of friends, and just have it be, like you said, a cozy chat with your girlfriend on the couch. How do we make it more bearable, even enjoyable?
Yeah, even enjoyable. Okay, now you're all right. You're gonna have to convince me of that one. But you know, in a way, menopause is kind of having a moment, because forever, I mean, it was not discussed at all. Certainly our mother's generations, they called it the change, and that was about it.
Yeah.
You experienced it young.
Yeah.
And you talk about that in the book.
Yeah, I was 36 when my doctor told me, right at the precipice when I was trying to start a family, that I was on the brink of menopause. It was going to come very early for me, and that just put panic in me, and I didn't know what to do. I felt very lonely, ashamed, like everything was over. And that's another reason I wanted to write the book, because I want people to understand that it is not the end. There is still much life ahead of us and plenty to do. So, yeah.
It must have taken a lot of courage, though, not only to take it on in your personal life, but then to say, you know what, actually, I'm going to say it, I'm going to speak it, I'm going to be connected with this publicly.
Took a long time, and I think the exhaustion of carrying that secret, that shame, eventually just became too burdensome, and I wanted to just name it and say, you know, and when you do the research and you discover half the population will be going through this, it's a third of our lives, I'm not alone, and my suffering must reflect others as well. So why not share it and just lean into it?
Absolutely. By the way, it's like, I mean, I'm 53 years old. All my girlfriends, we all talk about it all the time, and I don't think that always was the case.
Yeah, and for me, in the beginning, when I tried to share it with my girlfriends, it was sort of met with nervous laughter and telling me that either they weren't there, I was, you know, the only one, or the conversation was just not open. So I retreated more.
Well, the book is courageous also. You go there. I mean, you talk about hot flashes. You have a funny story about being in the middle seat. Why the middle? It had to be the middle seat and having the hot flashes come over you.
Yeah, just, yeah. And I'd already gone up to the bathroom a couple of times, and yeah, I was not popular. So I just sat there and grinned and bare it. And I mean, there are so many stories like that of women, you know, who think they're losing their mind because they've had no one to talk to. So now that the conversation's open, I feel like the next generations are going to have far more ease going into it, as long as they educate, communicate, and hydrate.
And hydrate. Hydrate is so
it's
important.
It's all about the hydration.
It is. It really is.
That's why I created Stripes Beauty, because from scalp to vag, we need that.
That's what I said. I said, you know what? Naomi, the last time you were here, you said something that made me laugh, and I can't remember what it is. That's what it was.
Yeah.
From head to toe, others might say. You actually, speaking of, you tell a really funny and actually ultimately touching story about Billy, your partner, and the first time you guys got together and you're dealing with menopause, and you had a hormone replacement patch on you, and you were embarrassed about that.
Yes, I was, and had to sneak off to the bathroom and find a way to, and if anyone knows, and these patches, they have quite a strong adhesive, and wasn't the easiest thing to do. So I was missing from the room for a bit too long.
At that key moment, it's like about to be.
It's like, things are supposed to be happening. So yeah, I talk about that in the book.
Yeah, it's you really do open up in that way. You also, and let's end on this note, because you say, could it also be positive? You talk about menopause, like taking charge and owning this portion of our lives when we're moving into we're evolving. It's
so
not
many
just
great
aging.
Things can happen. I look around me at all these women in their 50s and beyond, and they're doing wonderful things. A lot of great things have happened for me. I got married, for instance, and yeah, I've created a company. I've written a book. It's never too late, is what I want to say in the book as well. It's not the end, and it's never too late.
Oh, well, Naomi, thank you so much for being here with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.